In 3, 2, 1. So, under the motion that this House believes that internet access should be limited by human rights, we say that as closing oppositions that internet access should not be limited by any institutions in the name of human rights, whether it's by government, whether it's by everyone. We say that internet access should be free to everyone, that they should not have any limitations, because at the end of the day, when it comes to internet access, that every individual have rights to to access upon the informations that internet provides, right? We say that as the closing oppositions, we disagree with with the motions that we think that the internet access should not be limited under few reasons. Number one, we say that when it comes to internet access limitations in the name of human rights is not actually morally justified. Second, we say that by limiting the internet access of each individual is going to create more harms than benefits. And the last, we say that the internet should not be limited because internet actually provides a lot of benefits that I will elaborate later on, right? Firstly, let's talk about why we say that by limiting internet access of each individual is not actually morally justified, right? Because firstly, our biggest questions for the team government is that how would you like to limit the internet access itself, right? You have to you have to give better explanations of what type of limitation that you would like to give, whether it's like you would like to limit them like completely, like in North Korea, for example, or whether you would like to limit them partially, like in China, for example, right? But other than the mechanisms, we also would like to ask what is the urgency of the government that they would like to limit the internet access itself, right? Because we say that if the government's concerned that they would like to limit the internet access of each individual because they're afraid that people are going to harm other people because they are exposed with certain information through internet, then our rebuttals and our defense would be, under the current status quo, there are actually already limitations by the government. For example, in Indonesia, there are limitations by Kominfo, for example, that we cannot access certain type of informations, right? Now, for example, even in certain social media accounts, for example, there are actually progressivities, there are actually check and balances, that if you found certain news that are harmful, for example, there are certain sensitive news, for example, or there are certain type of hoax, for example, you can actually report the account, you can actually tell the Instagrams about it, for example, you can actually report these things on social media, right? So we say that what is actually the urgency for the government to limit the access of to limit each individual's freedom upon accessing the informations over internet, right? We do not see any urgency within that policy. And second, we say that by limiting the internet access of each individual, you are actually violating certain rights that we as a human being have, we as an individual have, right? Because we think that just like education, for example, just like belief, like faith, that internet access is also part of someone's right, parts of human rights that needs to be protected, right? Because you can see that what is happening under our current status quo. Under our current status quo, actually, now that internet could be like everything. Internet could be negative, but internet could also be source of informations, like positive information. A lot of people are learning through internet. They're learning through YouTube, for example. They're learning through certain type of social medias, for example, right? Internet are becoming like their schools. Internet are becoming like their places that they work, for example, right? Internet could be place where they put out their creativities, for example. Internet could be a place where they are exposed with a lot of knowledge, with a lot of informations that they might not getting those informations through school, for example, through formal school, for example, right? So we say that by limiting someone's right to access internet, you are actually, it's just the same like you are actually limiting someone's right to get education, for example, or to get a work, for example, right? Because we say that internet is becoming the crucial or essential part of someone's life, for example, right? Therefore we say that it's just unfair and it is unjustified for you to limit someone's access over internet, right? But second, we say that actually by limiting someone's access over internet, you are actually create more harms than goods, right? Because we say that the internet, because we say, for example, in majority of democratic countries, we say that internet hold the crucial parts of the mobilization of democracy itself, right? For example, the idea of participations, the idea of accountability, for example, or the idea of transparency, for example, these things are happening because of internet, for example, because of social media. We can see that what's happening in Arab Spring, for example, back then, Arab Spring, that the democratizations in Middle East, for example, happen because people are spreading the news, people spreading the information through social media, for example. They spread the awareness through social media, for example. Can you imagine without the existence of social media, without the existence of internet, if there were limitations by the government over the internet access, for example, maybe Arab Spring, maybe democratization will never be happening under the in Middle East, for example, right? Even in Indonesia, for example, a lot of criticism towards the government, a lot of criticisms over the corruptions cases, for example, they're happening because of internet, right? Can you imagine if there is no internet, right? So we say that the internet are actually holding crucial parts of a lot of things like democratization and stuff like that. And we say that internet are actually also having a lot of beneficial for the society, right? A lot of people are actually doing their jobs through internet. They're also doing their schools, through internet. Schools, it doesn't necessarily mean a formal school, but they're getting the informal one through internet, right? So we say that in the name of human rights that we cannot actually limit the internet itself. Thank you.